How we doing out there, Bear fans? Welcome to the Hello Paper Sports channel. I just cover everything Chicago Bears. And I came across this Cowherd talking about the Bears, and you know I hate on Caleb and everybody else. But we gonna react to what they talking about. Let's get into it.
Home beat the Saints 26-14. Saints had 4 turnovers. Chicago led 20-6 at half. I mean, it's like Chicago hired the right coach. Their defense is playing top tier football. Their run game now, with adding those 3 interior offensive linemen, John, they can run the football.
Yeah.
They are clearly a run team. The passing game with Caleb was totally out of sync. Ben Johnson's facial
Told you, he
expression,
hating
it's
on
kind of
Caleb no
resting,
matter what.
discouraged. Like he just never, he knows he's on TV, and so he's not eye rolling, but he looks exasperated sometimes with the passing game because there's looks that Caleb just either doesn't see or can't connect. I don't think Caleb is a naturally, innately accurate thrower of the football, but the run game's real. They're playing poorly and winning in stretches. The defense has been outstanding. I mean, I think they came into the game with the most takeaways and they got 4 more turnovers. So I look at it and I think to myself, they're on what are they on, a 4-game winning streak? I mean, they're winning.
You know how
They're
many we
playing
won. Stop playing.
imperfectly. The passing game has moments. Caleb has firepower. He has moments, but it's um, what we thought would be the horsepower, the jet fuel, has actually been the liability. Their passing game, like I think Roma Dunze and Caleb had real connection in the first half, and it just kind of felt like it just disappeared. It's very uneven to me.
To me, he had so many stretches today where it's like that hero ball syndrome of him just running around sideline to sideline on pass plays. It's like I can't imagine. That's not how Ben Johnson wants to play. But what did he do? I was thinking about this today. Mike Vrabel and Ben Johnson both being available in the same cycle, like that's a pretty good cycle. I mean, I don't think there was quite enough competition for both their services. Ben Johnson's one of the better offensive coordinator candidates in recent memory. You could argue he's a better candidate at the time when he was available than Sean McVay was at 31 years old, than
Yeah,
Kevin O'Connell was. I mean, this guy was the number one play caller by a mile. He was given
by
all
for
these years.
3 years.
And then here's where I give him a lot of credit. Like Dennis Allen's proven he's a really good defensive coordinator, and he gave him the game ball. I don't know if you
Yep,
saw the highlights.
yep, I did.
Listen, I also think that Spencer Rattler tried to like show that I'm better than Caleb Williams, and he kind of crumbled in this game. I mean, made a couple passes that were like made Caleb look like Elway. Some of his decisions, but I'm with you. It's not even just the passing game. It's Caleb did not look comfortable today in the pocket. He takes off. He's kind of got that older, when Russell Wilson started kind of
Bear fans, you know why I don't panic? Because I used to see Lovey Smith win games like this with the running game and tough defense. I'm not worried about Caleb because he got Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson seems to adjust. If you notice his coaching, he adjusts. So I'm confident that Caleb, the first couple of weeks people weren't talking that Caleb was hitting Roma's doomsday each game for touchdowns, this and that. We just worried about our running game. I'm not worried about the passing game. Caleb do gotta make his layups. He gotta get better. But all this criticism on the kid who basically started over. We know the debacle that went on last year with Eberflus. So it's gonna get better, Bear fans. We good. Trust me.
leaving his prime because he's running around, but there's no plays being made after he's scrambling around. It was a lot of just 360s and running around. But if Swift's going to look like that and their defense is going to play like that, they're going to be feisty. Now, can they beat? Do I trust them to beat the Packers, the Lions, in some of these games? I don't know if
No,
I go that far. You can't operate like that from a passing standpoint. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative because you win 4 games in a row. That's a big deal in Chicago. But you got to be a little concerned with the quarterback and the way he's playing. Really, over the last couple games, he wasn't that good last week against Washington, and they got lucky that Jaden
Stop playing.
fumbled the ball or they lose that
but
game.
here's the upside. They did dominate time of possession.
All right, Jaden fumbled the ball. What about a goddamn Hail Mary? diabolical.
Again, so much like Detroit, they're creative. They pick up first downs. I mean, with Caleb like 15 to 26, they're not asking him to do a lot, but they're dominating time of possession and they're running the football. And when they went and got Drew
Yep.
Gallman and Jonah Jackson and um, who was the other kid? Joe Tooney.
Dooney,
The,
yeah.
those were elite guys. And we talked about this. You don't play offensive linemen, veterans in the preseason. So the first 2 or 3 weeks, your offensive line is all about chemistry and cohesion more than any single unit. Maybe the secondary, but it's all about cohesion. Well, from about week 4 on, this has been a really good offensive line. They're running the ball. They dominate time of possession. So my take out of this thing is, um, they're winning, and these are games they would have lost. And
For
so
sure.
when I watch a coach, there are limitations any coach has, and it's like Sean Payton. He's doing what he can with Bo Nix, which is second half they're running more. They're often not very good early, but you can do only so much with what you have. But when I watch the Bears, I think this is a choppy, well coached team.
I don't know, Bear fans. We got a lot to clear up. I just look at that we got a new coach and things take time. That's me. They over playing a hand to me. So I think it's great times to come.
The position, but it's a whole new staff, new players. I do think he and Roma Dunze have a feel. There is something there that I think it's good. Swift is a very good running back. I don't know. I think when you look at Chicago's history, beating a bad team at home when your quarterback's uneven, you got to feel good about it driving home.
Yes.
Well, to me, you're
I
4
do.
and 2. Like you're in position. If you just kind of stay 500, you're going to be in the wild card mix. Here's the other thing: what's going to translate for Chicago late in the season? It's going to be cold. It's going to be defense and running the ball. I'm looking at their schedule. They got the Lions last game of the season at home. That's outside. Green Bay at home outside. You got the Browns at Green Bay, at Philadelphia. I mean, these are cold, inclement weather games. You're not going to throw probably in some of these windy situations, rain, snow, sleet, who knows. You're not going to be throwing for 300 yards anyway. So if you get Swift, give you 100 plus yards. Ben Johnson's excellent with running backs. I mean, that was a huge thing that he hung his hat on in Detroit. And if Dennis Allen can get, because they're missing DBs. That's the other thing. Like Jalen Johnson's out for the season. He's like,
Yeah.
a borderline all pro level guy. So their DBs today were, I mean, some of the passes were awful, but their DBs made a couple just incredible plays. So
Yeah, Baird
100%.
made a big pick. Here's the other thing. Remember last year, they scored 27 points in the first quarter all year. Once again this week, they took a 13-0 lead. So again, that is a huge step, John. Last year they could not score in the first. So I think as of now, I don't know what the number is. They scored 27 first quarter points last year. I'm not sure. I mean, I think they're now almost at 40 points for the year, and we're a third through the season. So if you just look at run game, improved, functionality first quarter, improved, defense, you can see the plan. When you watch them play, you can see the plan. And for the record, Caleb is better than last year. The other thing about Caleb that's interesting, and I thought about this today with Spencer Rattler, for all the misgivings you and I may have or questions about Caleb, you ever notice this, John? He doesn't throw a lot of picks. He didn't at USC. He only threw 6 last year in total chaos and dysfunction. He may drive you nuts, but he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. He misses open guys, but he doesn't throw it to the other team much.
And this gets back, I think, hiring Ben Johnson. We said it for so many times with the Chargers when they had these really good teams and they would hire Mike McCoy or Brandon Staley. They went cheap. Finally, you get Jim Harbaugh. It's like, okay, now you have a chance. For the first time in Bears modern day history, like they spent huge money on a real guy that every other team would want. And it's paying dividends right now. Because I'm with you. Like, if anyone can just corral and fix some of these pocket deficiencies with Caleb. And I also just think it gets back to sometimes smaller guys harder to see. So part of
Yeah.
like why did Russell scramble around a lot? Because he probably couldn't see anything. He scrambled. He got outside the tackle box. He could see. Caleb does it too. And like you said, he's not doing as many hero balls across his body to the other team. That's a win in itself.
Well, Bear fans, I just wanted to show that little thing about Colin Cowherd. I'm just a total believer in things getting better and better and better. By the time the season keep going on, when this team get everything together, NFL in trouble. But until then, everybody barefoot anyway. But that being said, Colin Cowherd, he be tough on Caleb, and a lot of people be tough on Caleb. He had a rough game, and people trying to throw him under the bus. But I'm here to defend him all day. We won. But to all Bell fans, keep y'all head up and stay positive, man. Don't let nobody. Baltimore, I don't care who playing. Barefoot. Y'all don't see what's going on. Barefoot. Bear down. I'm out.